Hey, this is Carolina Millan, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can leverage artificial intelligence, in this case ChatGPT, to come up with ideas for your personal brand, for content, for your online courses, and so much more. So stay until the end. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell so you never miss a thing. I'm constantly adding new content for you to share everything I know about marketing, about personal growth, social media, personal branding, how to sell your information, your knowledge, how to turn your passion into an online business, Web3 and NFTs, and so much more. Now, if you have heard, well, I'm gonna assume you have heard about this thing already, but maybe you haven't used it yet, or even if you have been using it, I'm sure that in today's video, you're going to get some really cool ideas to really leverage ChatGPT. Now, unless you live under a rock, you know that artificial intelligence is here to stay, and the best thing we can do as human beings is, first of all, understand that they're not going to replace us and they're not meant to replace us. I believe artificial intelligence tools are meant to help make our lives a little or a lot easier. And so that's what I want to share with you in today's video tutorial. Now, if you enjoyed the video, by the end of the video, make sure you leave a comment, hit the like button as well, and share this video with somebody that needs to hear this. Now, I'm gonna show you how you can leverage this little tool. And again, I'm gonna remind you several times that this is not meant to replace you at all. You still need to think, you still need to be creative so that you can use this thing in a creative way. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna ask ChatGPT to give us a few ideas for content creation. If you're anything like me, if you create a lot of content, you may sometimes run into a mental block where you're like, oh, what am I gonna talk about today? I feel like I've said everything already. I've been creating content for 10 plus years, and so that can happen to me sometimes. So this is super, super cool. So I'm gonna ask this little guy, can you help me come up with 10 ideas for YouTube videos about personal branding? Oops. The prompt, this little sentence or question that I'm writing here, this is what people refer to as a prompt. And if you ask the right question, you're gonna get the right answer. So that's why your inputs are really what make this thing. So look, sure, here are 10 ideas for YouTube videos about personal branding. Now, my friend, here's the thing. If you are struggling with ideas for your YouTube videos, just make sure that you ask ChatGPT or any other tool for content ideas about things you know. Like, don't try to make videos about stuff you don't know, because even if you ask it to write you a script, it's not gonna sound like you. You will still have to edit whatever outputs you get here. But it's really, really important that you understand that this is not gonna do the work for you, but it's gonna make it faster, easier. So let's take a quick look here. And it's really cool because it's giving me the titles of the videos as well. 5 essential elements of personal branding. Share the key components that make up a strong personal brand and how to cultivate them. Building your personal brand on social media, different social platforms. How to create a personal branding strategy. Personal branding for entrepreneurs. I like that. That's what I teach. That's what I do. The power of storytelling in personal branding. Personal branding for job seekers. Using video to build your personal brand, that's another of my topics. So look what I'm doing here. What I'm gonna do here, and what I suggest you do, is that from the 10 ideas or 20 ideas or whatever amount you ask it for, you select the top 5 or the top 3 that really make the most sense to you and your background. Personal branding is a very broad topic. As you can see, it's telling me about how to use personal branding for a branding strategy, how to use it to find a job, like over here, storytelling for job seekers, personal branding for thought leaders, right? So I'm gonna pick the ones that I like the most, and I'm gonna ask it to give me, to like expand on those. So for example, I'm gonna pick the first one, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy that. I'm gonna ask it, can you tell me what are the 5 essential elements of personal branding? So I'm gonna ask it to tell me what these 5 elements are. Look, authenticity, consistency, clarity, relevance, and persistence. I love it. I love it. So now I can make a video that is much more specific. Now I have the 5 steps or the 5 elements, but now it's my turn as Carolina, the personal brand. It's my turn to use my knowledge and experience to really expand on these. So this is a really good way to use this tool. Now, for example, if there's another one of these ideas that you liked, like this one, look, how to create a personal branding strategy. I'm gonna ask this little guy to tell me, can you give me the 7 steps or the 7 main steps to create a personal branding strategy? Check this out. I already have the 5 elements, so that's one video, boom, ready to go. And I am happy and confident that I can talk about each one of these things because this is a topic I dominate. Friend, again, be sure it's a topic you dominate. Don't ask ChatGPT to give you ideas for something that you don't know anything about, because even if you get the best script, people can see through that. So, first one, define your target audience. Determine your unique value proposition. And by the way, I said 7, right? As a random number. I could have said 5, I could have said 10, but I asked for 7. If I said 3, it would have probably grabbed the 3 main ones from here. If I said 10, it would probably give me more steps. So look at this. Does it make sense? Define your target audience. Determine your unique value proposition. Makes sense. Develop your brand messaging. Makes a lot of sense. Establish your brand identity. Makes sense. Build your online presence. Also makes sense. Create valuable content. Monitor and adjust your strategy. So this is brilliant. I love it. The order makes a lot of sense. It's in a logical order, each step, right? You're not gonna monitor and adjust as the first step. So what I love is that it also gives you everything in a logical order. If you wanted to expand even further, boom, you copy and paste another one. If you wanted to give you more ideas, then you can regenerate the response. And sometimes when you click regenerate response, it's gonna give you the same answer again. Sometimes it's gonna give you another one. Sometimes it might be better than the first answer that you got. So this little button here can be quite useful. Now I'm gonna ask it, I'm gonna see if I get a different answer. It's actually very similar. Define your brand. Actually, it's not the same. Look at this. Define your brand, conduct a brand audit, develop your messaging, create a content strategy, build your, well, some of them are the same, some are not. That's interesting. You see that? It gave me a bit of a different twist on it. I love that. So now I can go here. You see there's a 1 out of 2 and a 2 out of 2 up here. I can see which one of the answers I like best and just go with that one. Now, next thing you can do to keep generating content, of course, now you have to go and record these videos. Big parenthesis here, yes, you could do a deep fake, you could do, like, there's a bunch of tools now where maybe you don't even have to record the video. It's not something I want to explore yet at this point. I don't want a deep fake of me out there on the internet. Even if it will save me time, I'm very passionate about this and I'm very passionate about creating content. So that part of recording the video, it's not something I would recommend that you outsource right now. If you're building a personal brand at least, because even the best deepfake needs some kind of input from you or it's gonna sound and look really weird. So that's not something I wanna do. Maybe in 5-10 years, who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows how far this is gonna go? But for now, your job is to grab these ideas and now create the content. So the next thing we can do, and I'm gonna use one of these over here, I'm gonna use this one, the 5 essential elements of personal branding. I'm gonna take these 5 steps and I'm gonna ask it to write an article, right? Let's say now you want a blog post. Can you help me write an article about 5 essential elements of personal branding? Also, this is a really cool thing that you can do to make sure that you are not infringing any copyright or whatever. You can always ask this to quote the sources. Please share the sources. If any of these elements come from some kind of publication or somebody else's work, it's gonna tell me the sources. Let's see. It's taking 5 essential elements of personal branding. Sometimes it can write faster, sometimes it's a little slower. I find that really cool. Since Spanish is my first language, sometimes I chat with this in Spanish and it's funny because the Spanish version is a lot slower. So look at this. It's telling me this is from Neil Patel and this is from Brian Fanzo. Both of them I know. Amazing guys. You can ask it if you want a longer article, you can just ask it to expand. Can you expand on the importance of authenticity when building a personal brand, and it's gonna give you like a longer paragraph. But the cool thing is, it's giving me the same 5 steps it gave me before, or 5 elements: persistence, relevance, clarity, consistency, authenticity. So now, boom, now you got a blog post as well. Here's the next thing you can do. Yes, I said you have to do the recording and all that stuff, but you can ask for help. Can you help me write a script for a YouTube video? I prefer being specific that it's a YouTube video because there are certain nuances between like a regular video and a YouTube video. So a script for a YouTube video about, again, 5 essential elements of personal branding. So now it should give me pretty much, look at this, isn't that cool? So it's giving me the same information, but now it's for a YouTube video. So the beginning is, hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. That's hilarious. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the 5 essential elements of personal branding. That's really cool. Sometimes I've noticed when I ask it to give me the script for a video, sometimes it'll also give you the timestamps. Like the first 20 seconds, you should say this, then you should say that. So look at what I'm gonna do now. And I have a YouTube video script. I have the YouTube video ideas. Now I also have a blog post, an article. The next thing I'm gonna do, write a script for a sales video for a course about, same thing. Imagine you come up with a mini course where you share people and you teach people how to build these 5 essential elements. And you wanna sell that course. Now it's gonna give me again a video, but because now I didn't ask for a YouTube video. I mean, can you tell the difference? I didn't ask for a YouTube video, I asked for a sales video. And it's the same 5 steps, but I'm asking for a sales video. Look, it's kind of stuck here. Sometimes it's like, but look at this. Look at this. Intro. Are you struggling to stand out in your industry or field? Do you feel like you're not making the impact you want to make? If so, you're not alone. I love it. I mean, I know there are copywriters out there who can write a much better script, but again, this is super helpful. The next step for you is to modify this script and just please make sure it sounds like you. Same with the other script for the YouTube video. It has to sound like you. For some reason it's stuck here, so I'm gonna ask to stop generating and regenerate the response. See if it gives me the full answer now. It's giving me a different script now. Hi, I'm your name. I'm Carolina, and I'm here to teach you about the 5 essential elements of personal branding. Now it's describing, and look at this. This was actually gonna be the next prompt I was gonna write, but it's actually doing it for me. So look at this. It's a little different from the previous one, and the previous one is, well, it's incomplete. Yeah, the previous one is incomplete for some reason, but that's okay. The second one is pretty cool. You can change the intro if you like the other intro better or whatever. But look, section 1, why personal branding matters. Before we dive into the 5 essential elements, let's talk about why personal branding matters. I think this is brilliant. So look at this. Now it's giving me what I'm gonna learn in the course. In this course, you'll learn how to identify your unique strengths. So listen, this is the brilliance of it. You have to know the topic. You cannot sell an online course about something you don't know. But if you're struggling with, you know, the content or the modules, or like, oh, I have all this knowledge in my head, but I don't know how to structure a course, check it out. It's giving you the structure right here. It's telling you what you're gonna learn. So this is the next prompt I'm gonna do. And by the way, this is brilliant because it's using the formula, the sales formula, like a very classic one, which is, hey, here's what I got. Here's what it's gonna do for you, right? Here's why this is different. Here's what I want you to do next, right? So it's got all the steps, right? Here's what I got, right? This. Here's what it'll do for you, right? So here's why this is different. Here's the call to action, right? Here's what I want you to do next. This is brilliant. So the next thing you're gonna ask is, can you help me, like if you wanna go deeper into the structure of your online course, can you help me outline an online course about, there we go. So if you wanted to do an online course about these 5 essential elements, and now you want to dive deeper into, okay, what we're going to learn or what I'm going to teach in each module, boom, here you go. You could also be specific. I didn't specify, and again, this is why the prompt is so important. I didn't specify how many modules I wanted. So it drafted, as you can see, an 8-module course. Right? So we got module 1, module 2. This is awesome. But hey, what if I want to do like a shorter course? I'm gonna ask the same question. Can you help me outline the content of an online course, of 5-module online course about, and now it's gonna turn it into 5 modules instead of 8. So I hope by now you're seeing the potential of this thing and how it can help you organize yourself, organize your ideas. But again, I want this to be super clear. This is just a tool. It's a tool. And you have to be able to use this tool in your favor. If you don't ask the right question, if you're not specific, it's not gonna give you like a genius answer, but it can really, really help you be organized. So, summary, what we learned today, we learned how to come up with content ideas, then how to come up with article ideas, how to come up with sales video ideas, and of course, how to outline an online course. So now, just pick your topic. Now I dare you to pick a topic and do this exercise. And what I want you to do as well is that even though ChatGPT will save for you all the stuff over here, you should still copy and paste them in a Google Doc or something. There are some things that you should go and ask Mr. Google just so you are sure that you're not infringing any other copyrights, or that there isn't an article out there that already looks exactly like the one it wrote for you, because it could give 2 people the same answer. I don't know, I think it might, to the same question. But always double check. Verify the sources. Again, you can ask it to give you sources of certain things, especially when it comes to articles. The other really cool thing you can do is write an ad, like the copy for an ad or a sales letter, which is going to be different. It's going to give you a different format if it's a written sales letter versus a video sales letter, and so on. So have some fun. Remember, you have to create an account at chat.openai.com. Create an account, it's free. There's a paid version now, of course. You can upgrade to the paid version. Be patient with the free version, because sometimes it's saturated and overloaded, and it might take you a couple of attempts until you can get to use it. But go ahead and have fun. If you watched the full video, let me know in the comments and tell me I watched it until the end. And what else would you like me to talk about? Is there anything else you want me to cover in future videos? Let me know. Also, let me know if you got some cool ideas today on how to use this tool, and if you're going to be using it, if you had been using it but now you got some new ideas, etc., etc. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments. Remember to hit the like button and share this video with somebody that needs to watch this and hear this and maybe take advantage of this as well. I will see you in the next video.